Oh man, it just doesn't get much better than this. It's just so good. G'day folks, Tim here. The Bee's Knees is an all-time gin classic. It's only 3 simple ingredients, so I'm gonna show you how to make it. And we're starting right now. Now, a little fun fact, you'll often hear the Bee's Knees described as a Prohibition era cocktail, which is pretty much true, but there's so many cocktails, pretty much most of the all-time classic cocktails stem from Prohibition or not long before that. Back then, even before Prohibition, you know, alcohol, it wasn't very well made like it is today. Technology isn't what it is now. So they had to mask the flavors on some of these spirits because, you know, they weren't quite as good as what they are today. Can't believe we haven't done this one on the channel already, but let's start off with the ingredients. So, ingredients you're gonna need. Obviously, this channel wouldn't be anything without gin. The second ingredient you're gonna need is honey syrup I have here, or you may even hear it called honey water. It's 2 parts of honey to 1 part of water. And that little bit of dilution just allows the honey to combine through the cocktail really evenly. And then finally, the last ingredient is this little guy, some lemons. So I've got some lemons right here. The actual classic drink is only 3 ingredients, but you know, I like to mix it up a little bit. If you have it, then orange as well, just for a little garnish, but lemon as a garnish works just as great too if you don't have it. This drink is super versatile. I love the Roku with it, just brings out all the yuzu notes, but any dry gin is gonna work great. Maybe even a flavored gin will work good too. Just, you know, if you're using a sweeter gin, just dial down the honey a little bit. Okay, so the first step here is to get our garnish ready. So like I said, I like to use orange peel for this one. It just adds an extra dimension to the drink that you don't otherwise get with the lemon. After all, you're putting loads of lemon juice in there, so think about it. If you want to make it more complex, something slightly different is going to do that for you. So just get the peel off, just slice it all the way around. If you have a vegetable peeler, you can use that too to do this. It works really great to get a nice thin bit of orange peel off. And then just with the knife, try and get as much of that little white bit off as you can, because where that white bit is, that's where all the bitter stuff in the citrus peel comes from. So all the way along, just like so. If you're feeling fancy, you can even tidy up the edges, make it nice and straight, so it looks nice and pretty. Just trim them off like so. And there we go, just like that, we have our beautiful little orange zest. So the next ingredient we want is some lemon juice. And I say fresh is always best. It only takes a couple of hours before the lemon juice starts to oxidize and break down. So definitely don't juice it too far in advance. And please stay away from that nasty store-bought stuff. If you don't have one already, I definitely recommend you get yourself one of these, a nice little citrus press, which will give you beautiful, fresh lemon juice, lime juice, any kind of citrus juice really. So for the lemon juice, we want 20 mils of fresh pressed lemon straight into our shaker. So this recipe is really simple measurement. So all you need to do is match that 20 mils of lemon juice with 20 mils of your honey syrup. Again, straight into the shaker. And then last but not least, the gin. This is a gin channel after all, so I love a good healthy measure of gin. So you want for this one, 60 mils or 2 ounces of your dry gin straight into your shaker again. And can you see how, because we use that honey water rather than the straight honey, it just combined perfectly? If you don't want to go to the fuss of using honey water, making it in advance, you can just add a couple of teaspoons of honey to the drink, but make sure you give it a really good stir before you add any ice, just to combine it through exactly like it looks like here. Now all we need to do is add some ice and give it a good shake. Oh, that smells so good. And then get yourself a nice ice cold cocktail glass. I always try to recommend where I can, pop your glass in the freezer just for a couple of minutes before you make the drink. It'll keep your drink so much colder and fresher for longer. And now we're gonna strain it. So we like double straining here on Tim and Tonic. Why? Because the double straining removes all the ice chips, which keeps a nice silky smooth texture. That looks to me absolutely delicious. Now take your orange peel and just squeeze those oils over the top of the drink. Drop it in, and there you have the bee's knees. Let's give it a taste and see how we did. Oh, man, it's just such a good drink. Oh. Why haven't I made this on the channel before? This is probably one of the best gin drinks you can absolutely make. So guys, right about now, you know the bee's knees is such a great drink, but you're probably wondering what the Roku gin tastes like. Well, I've got the answer for you. Click through the video that's popping up just here now to check out the review I did on this gin. In the meantime, make a bee's knees with whatever gin you have at home. Maybe even hit subscribe too if you want, but I'll see you next time. I'm gonna finish my bee's knees because it's just so damn good. Cheers.